Hello, my name is Lakeisha Potter Frost. I am a first year grad student at Liberty University. I'm doing my project on interpersonal communication. According to Wikipedia, interpersonal communication is an exchange of information between two or more people. It is also an area of study and research that seeks to understand how humans use verbal and nonverbal cues to accomplish a number of personal and relational goals. Interpersonal communication plays a very big part of our lives. The way we determine or interpret the way people do verbal and nonverbal communication, um, we learn by listening. Most of the time, people comprehend and they get more out of it if they're able to listen to someone and follow what they're saying. Don't ever assume that somebody is meaning something until you've gotten a chance to obtain a clear picture of what they're talking about. Try to understand. Pay as close attention as you can. The closer attention you pay to them, the better you'll understand what they're talking about. My overarching goal. The overarching goal is the bigger goal that supports the smaller goals. We all need to be heard, and we all want to have that sense of importance to people. When you're talking to someone, and say for instance, I may be talking to my husband, and I'm trying to get him to understand where I'm coming from. Sometimes I just have a need for him to listen to me and know what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying. It's not always about who does what, when, where, and how. It's just so many of us desire the big picture. We want to be listened to. We want to be taken serious. The big goal is to, when we're presenting our ideas and thoughts and aspirations, we want it to be done where it's understandable. You want to enlarge the conversation. Enlarging the conversation, according to Wikipedia, is a term that applies to a concept meaning essentially understanding and listening and speaking or responding from a perspective. And ways that you can enlarge the conversation is read a book, go on a sightseeing trip, learn more about other people and the way they do things, the way the customs of other countries, other nationalities, other races. Pray more. Take time for yourself. Know yourself. Learn yourself so you will be able to better interpret yourself to others. The more information you retain, the better you'll be as far as communicating with others. According to my Uniquely You profile, I learned a lot about myself that I didn't even know during doing this profile. Well, I've always known that I was a nurturer. I'm a carer. I care about people. I care about their thoughts and desires. But the one thing I did learn about myself is I've always considered myself to be a leader. Well, according to Uniquely You, I was deemed to be more of a follower because it says that I follow instructions so well that I would be more beneficial in a capacity of having someone else lead and I follow because I'm more apt to get the job done. I'm reserved. I work well with others. I'm passionate about my work and I care about how I present things to people. I have feelings, so I I've always just been a carer. I like balance. I like things to be done on task. I like things to be done as correct as possible. I don't like confrontation. I don't like to argue. I just like for things to just kind of be the norm, be the way they're supposed to be. I'm a peacemaker. I want everyone to be happy ultimately. I know it's somewhat impossible to make everyone happy, but I feel that if I can make as many people as happy as possible along the way, I feel like my job has been complete. A weakness that I have is I overdo things sometimes. Every now and then, I have a tendency to kill a vibe, so to speak. Like, I may drill someone to a point of almost no return. You know, you can't always want to have it your way in no way at all. Sometimes we have to learn to adapt to other people. No one in this world is perfect. Nothing is going to be done in one particular form or fashion. You know, we have to learn to agree to disagree. Barriers. Let's talk about barriers. I think my most effective barrier that I would have that would affect me the most is my emotions. I am a very emotional person. When it comes to my feelings and my thoughts, I care so much about other people's feelings and what they think of me that every now and then it will become a hindrance to me. I don't feel, I don't like to feel defeated. And honestly, this semester has been very challenging and trying to me. I've encountered many, many obstacles. And to a certain degree, I have felt so defeated. But I also, at this point, I feel like I will rise up. In the end, ultimately, I will persevere. So, needless to say, in order for me to become better, I have to do better. And by doing better, I'm going to have to learn how to deal with the many different barriers that I may be faced with. Um, get to know the people. I need to get to know the people that I'm dealing with, the areas that I'm in. I need to learn to be more calm, cool, collective, and reserved. Become a little bit more flexible. Sometimes flexibility will allow you to kind of converse in other different situations that you normally don't be in. It'll help you outside of your norm. Sometimes getting outside of the box is one of the best things that you can do. Learn, I've got to learn to deal with my emotions head on. If I can learn to present my emotions in a more effective manner, then I think it'll do me a world of good. Things will work out so much better for me. So, in concluding, I'm just going to say that I've learned so much from this class. I have I think it has made me a better person. It's put me in a spot that I didn't know that was possible. So, I plan to apply all that I've learned in my coaching practice. Um, I want to be able to pray with my clients and bring them closer to the will of God and show them the way. You know, I'm not perfect, they're not perfect, but together we can make this reality. We can make this to be what it needs to be. Thank you.